Hey, right, back at it again then. This time, doing a remix of the legendary House Crew We Are Hardcore. This was a 1992 banger on the legendary Production House Records. You remember the covers there, don't you? Look at that. Shout going out to the NW10 3BX crew. That'll be the Harlesden Massive. Anyway, Lunacy and Floyd asked me if I wanted to remix this, and of course I was all over it. I used to love this track as a kid. Apparently the equipment they were using then was the MPC 60s, which is the 12-bit MPC, and they were using the JD800 synths. But the MPC 60 is pretty much the same as the 950. So when approaching something like this, you've got to be very careful again, haven't you? It's it's an absolute classic, and I just want to do it justice. So the main thing is just using the old samplers to give me a rough sound, and I just kind of wanted to lift it up and make it 160 and go in pretty rough with the drums and the arrangement as I like it all over the place. So the first thing I needed to do was to learn the piano riff, so here we go. So I had the original rave stab here from the track. It's like that, but I wanted to make it kind of rough, so I looped it up at the end so it sounded like this. It gets a bit more frantic. Then I made this little vocal piece that says dreams become reality from a speech program.
Dreams become reality.
To match the looping of the stab, I also looped the yeah little vocal piece so I could join them together and make a build up. So I wanted some rough drums for the track, so I used the Roland S330. This is a 12-bit sampler from 1988 and is the rack version of the W30, which a lot of old school producers used. Comes with this screen here, and they call it the poor man's Fairlight. I think I've said that before, but yeah, you get 8 outputs here and connects to the sequencer. So I've got some rough aiming, and this was layered with other breaks in the track to make the drums. I had a time stretched aiming out of the 950 and did a little riff with it like this. Always got to have a bit of trusty 303 in the mix, haven't you? So I made this pattern here. And it runs through on the desk into this effects box, so you can go. So the original little intro stab does this. But I thought I would just take the same sound and do this riff here, so it goes. Also used a little bit of the MC707. This has got all the classic Roland drum machines in it, the 909, 808. It also has so many Roland synths, including the JD800. So you've got the classics, and then on the other channels, the strings, which are... they were used on the intro. Anyway, as always, I'll try and keep it a bit brief. Added a few extra drum sounds off the Akai's, few extra strings and layer pieces off the synths here. Originally started it in the Atari ST and did a little 16-bar loop on Cubase 2, and then transferred and stemmed it into Ableton. So this is the remix package here. This is going to be available on Night Force on the 3rd December for pre-order. But here we go, my remix of We Are Hardcore by the House Crew. Oi oi.
We are all cool.